So briefly, give us a picture of what impact, and we've talked about COVID, and I don't want us to hover over COVID too much today, but give us from your standpoint what kind of an impact you've seen in the real estate market here in Dallas that COVID has had.
Well, certainly it put everything to a screeching halt initially.
Oh, yeah.
And then everybody started to panic about how are we going to do a closing. The interesting thing is there was a major legislative push nationwide to get what is referred to as RON, which is Remote Online Notary.
Mm-hmm.
And they blitzed it through the system to get it approved. What they didn't anticipate with that is that the majority of lenders do not accept remote online notary closings.
Oh, that's true. Have you done any online closings?
So we had one where I was representing the seller, and that's how the buyers signed. But even as recent as 2 days ago, I had a buyer closing, and the email from the title company was, unless you are signing, you are not here.
Correct.
So how'd they work that through?
Well, they went back to what we've been doing in the old days of, which was really the refinance boom, and, and it transitioned from using notaries, actual notaries, to go to homes, and they went and they adjusted to drive-by closings. So you pull up front, the escrow officer comes out with their mask on.
Unbelievable.
They do the signing, notarized documents, and get it closed. The interesting thing is that there's certain companies, and it's more the national platform, but I'll give you an example under the Fidelity family, and we represent Fidelity as one of our underwriters, but they have their offices still locked down. You cannot walk inside of a branch office. You have to make arrangements to either notary close or to close with a drive up to that side. I opened my offices 2 weeks ago. And so we just do exercise.
That's so interesting when other things that don't seem so necessary have opened.
Yeah. So we do sanitize just like we did in this room, and people come in with their mask on, and we close them at the table, and it's working just fine. And then we sanitize again, waiting for the next closing to come. But certainly, if you look at the purchase side of our industry, the closing experience is really important because I think it also establishes kind of the final relationship that you've had through that process, and that's really a real heavy referral opportunity for the realtor. And so I miss that side of it because that is a celebration, if you will.
It is. I can see that.
Final opportunity to really interact with those people before they go into their new home or the seller sells and moves. So I think that little loss of relationship touch, we've had to go to this technology side, has certainly been challenging.
I think we're seeing that across the board.
We are. I mean, as Mark said, that's our last chance to dance with them. And when they're sitting in their car and the person signing them is wearing a hazmat suit, and then you see a picture, you see a picture on Facebook from the title company or whatever. It's like, well, that was my client, but it doesn't look like I was involved because I was not allowed to be part of that. I mean, I could sit in the car, next car over, but it just, yes, it did absolutely take away from, we all want to showcase that and share that moment with them. And we weren't able to do that.